Frame a good question. That's what India is waiting for you to take India all the way along. Your parents and sisters also waiting for you. How gloriously you can take the India up. Okay? Not only India is going up, how you are also going up. People are waiting to watch you. Jai Hind.
May I request this gathering to put in their hands together for the brightest applause for the day.
Great to be here today on the 50th annual day of the school. I am Air Marshal Matheswaran, currently the Senior Air Staff Officer of Eastern Air Command, headquartered at Shillong. I joined the school in 1964, January, 29th of January to be precise, and all 7 years are very memorable years in the school. A lot of us around us and the school, Amravians particularly, have done exceptionally well in the Indian Air Force. A lot of us are test pilots, experimental test pilots. I am one of them, and I also had the fortune of flying most of the fighter aircraft and also be part of the Top Gun School of the Indian Air Force, that is the Tactics and Air Combat Development Establishment. The vision for the school, certainly I will relate it to the contributions that has been made during our generations particularly, and given that kind of a foundation and from which we benefited immensely, the school continues to have an immense role in shaping people for becoming future leaders and particularly serving in the military. Of course, lots of them do very well in the other fields as well. My own classmates are doing extremely well, and quite a lot of them in the US as professionals, engineers and doctors. But the fundamental role, again, I think it relates to contributing to the armed forces, and therefore Sainik schools are extremely important. And from that context, I think Sainik School Amravati Nagar has a major responsibility and a major role to play in shaping our younger generation. Still, there is a lot more to grow in terms of infrastructure, absolutely modern facilities, and give the children the environment from which they just take off. Give them the freedom to choose what they want to and take off from here very well. Provide them the infrastructure that is required.
It's nice to be a part of Golden Jubilee of Sainik School Amravati, and today I think first time I entered the campus. It's a very good ambience. I went around the campus. It's a very good ambience to the students, especially for the residential school students are concerned, and I could get along with the people, the exhibits and what they are going, and along with the masters. It is really impressive to see the all-round performance of the students are being nurtured here, and the students who come out from here definitely will have an all-round capability picked up by them, which is the real requirement for the leadership qualities in whatever the field you enter. I feel the need for such schools, very many numbers, if it comes, it will be wonderful for the Indian students is concerned. So, this is what my feeling when I am going out of this particular campus today. I think this is a wonderful feeling. Content of the school, the cadets and the masters are concerned. This such a things needs to be emulated in numbers. I feel that's what really required. Jai Hind.
school day.
Last but not the least, my dear young cadets, the true heroes of this evening, of the years that I had spent in this school as a young cadet, performing all these gymnastic feats and other PT feats which you all have put up in a very smart manner. And even much later when you come to this school, the child in you leaps out and wants to scale all the same Idlimadai and Pambumalai. And the same kind of attitude you have when you come across challenges in your life.
Today, when we are talking about India is getting the educational forefront in a much better way, this sort of campuses needs to be evaluated so that we have very, very cultured leadership in all the fields. Let it be education, let it be law, let it be science, let it be any one of the field, including politics. If you want a constructive, cultured leadership, definitely this sort of campuses needs to be evaluated in a much, much broader way. Telling like that, I will tell my best wishes for all you people, your parents, masters. Thank you. Jai.
School, in anyone's life, the school period, most fabulous period. You will realize that as you grow up, move on to NDA and other avenues of life, you will realize when you look back, the school is the one. And what you become later in life really depends on what kind of a foundation you built up here. The school lays the foundation. My memories here are fabulous. I still carry them with me. We had fabulous teachers, and I'm sure you will have.
Good evening. I, on behalf of the entire Amaravian community, extend a warm welcome to Air Marshal M. Madheswaran, AVSM, VM, SASO, Eastern Air Command, and Mrs. Madheswaran. I also welcome Dr. Mailsami Annadurai, Mrs. Mailsami Annadurai, Shri B. Anand, IAS, to Amarkalam 2011, and what is going to be a wonderful evening of entertainment. I also welcome the distinguished invitees, press, parents and officials. Now I hand you over to Cadet Arvind Krishna for the introduction of first item from Amarkalam 2011.
Tamil Nadu is an ancient land and the Tamils are the ancient people. Various dynasties that ruled Tamil Nadu patronized art in all forms. Let's now see the glory of architecture, sculpture, literature, music and dance in the Chola and Pallava kingdoms.
Was built during the reign of Rajaraja 1000 years ago. The most striking feature of this temple is its Vimana. It's about 65 meters high and is built in such a way that its shadow does not fall on the ground. It is said that Rajaraja used 35,000 tons of stones for the construction of this temple. Statues were carved on stones and rocks. The idols of the gods and goddesses have been given lives by the sculptors of Tamil Nadu. Tamil literary tradition is very old and rich. It has given to the world works of great literary merit and universal value like Thirukkural, written by Thiruvalluvar 2000 years ago. Thirukkural deals with questions like purpose of birth and death, the material and spiritual world, nature of knowledge, and so on. Thirukkural has been translated in almost all the languages of the world. Over centuries. Prominent among them are wind instruments like Nagaswaram and percussion instruments like Tawil. These two instruments find a place in all the auspicious occasions even now. It is said that Tamil classical music is the mother of all other Indian classical. An important component of Tamil cultural heritage is classical Bharatanatyam.